is Caitlin Clark being frustrated. Caitlin Clark wanted to come back. Word on the street, front office, even Stephanie White said it down in Phoenix. She stated, we are worried about the long-term health of Caitlin Clark. That has been the topic. That has been all they worried about.
Caitlin Clark, the phenom who dragged the Indiana Fever out of irrelevance and into the playoff hunt, has been forced to the bench. Not by opponents, not by injury, but by her own organization. The very front office that owes its revival to her star power is now trying to sideline the face of women's basketball. But Clark isn't having it. She's not staying silent. She's not backing off. She's fired up, defiant, and sending one message loud and clear. Nobody benches Caitlin Clark.
Is Caitlin Clark not playing because she's hurt? She can't come back? Or is she not playing because the organization chose to bench her for the rest of the year? Because Stephanie White has come out and made some comments, and I don't like what I'm hearing.
The Indiana Fever are back in the playoffs for the second year in a row. 23 wins, a new franchise record, and their first winning season since 2015. But here's the twist. The player who made it all possible won't even be on the court. The star who transformed ghost town arenas into sellout crowds, the name that fills seats and drives revenue, Caitlin Clark, has been shut down for the rest of the season, playoffs included. And she's furious.
The Indiana Fever are having a tough time covering the tracks to the dirty games they played and screwing over the fans and sabotaging Caitlin Clark this season. Everybody is on to the dirty games that the WNBA and the Indiana Fever have played this season, manipulating the people and using Caitlin Clark for money and using her fans. Stephanie White has been exposed. Lexi Hall confirms that Caitlin Clark was ready to play and that the team made the decision to keep her out while she was ready to play.
The official line, big picture, long-term health. The front office is treating Caitlin Clark like she's the crown jewels, locking her away in bubble wrap for some future moment that supposedly matters more than the present. They're practically congratulating themselves for being cautious, expecting fans to cheer while they sideline the very one-woman highlight reel who single-handedly dragged this franchise back into relevance.
Steph, what stood out to you about Caitlin and kind of the ray of emotion she probably felt as you came to this decision?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, number one, just all the injuries that she's had. Obviously, I wouldn't speak for her, but and the amount of work that she's put in to position herself to be able to play and then to have to ultimately make this decision. There's disappointment. There's the obvious frustration that's come with not being healthy really for an entire season. But ultimately, I think the big picture is the most important thing, and those are conversations that we've continued to have. And the message has continued to be that it's not her long-term health and wellness, and her being 100% when she's ready to go is the most important thing.
Caitlin Clark isn't some role player you can quietly park on the injury list. She's the reason the Indiana Fever are even relevant. Let's not forget, this franchise spent 7 straight years as the league's punchline, nowhere near the playoffs. Then Clark arrived, and everything flipped. Overnight, they went from basement dwellers to playoff contenders, from empty seats to packed arenas, from forgotten to featured on SportsCenter. She didn't just play, she transformed the entire franchise.
Caitlin Clark strapped on her hard hat and steel-toed boots and revolutionized the game of pretend basketball. She turned this previously unmonetizable turd into a league that's getting dangerously close to losing their charity status. Because of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA is on the verge of generating pesos and profit for the first time ever. She brought mainstream attention to a league that never had a chance of breaking into the mainstream. She brought a new fan base. For the first time, people were actually willing to spend money to watch the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark put on the hard hat, laced up the steel-toed boots, and went to work reshaping the landscape of women's basketball. She took what had long been dismissed as unmarketable and turned it into a product people actually pay attention to. For the first time, the WNBA isn't just surviving, it's flirting with real profitability. Clark brought in a brand new audience, open wallets that had never considered buying a ticket, and dragged the league into the mainstream spotlight it had been chasing for decades. She didn't just play the game, she made people care about it.
Which I'm all for the long-term health, but you got to be a player-first organization. And if that said player is ready to return, she's cleared by the doctors. She's cleared by the damn doctors to play. Been cleared by the doctors to play. Let her fucking play. I am sorry. Y'all sitting up here, donkey and a damn carried everybody, wanting to get all the money you can off. One day, it's one day at a time, All this BS y'all doing is ridiculous. And Indiana, you're looking spooky. I am sorry. I am sick of this.
And how do the suits repay her? By telling her to sit this one out. It's more than just a tactical blunder. It's flat out disrespect. You don't bench the main character right when the story hits its climax. It's like a Marvel movie deciding to sideline the superhero during the final battle because the director's worried about wear and tear. It makes no sense, and it robs the fans and the league of the very reason they showed up in the first place.
Instead of allowing Caitlin Clark to elevate the league, WNBA players were overtaken with powerful feelings of jealousy. They resented her. They wanted her to go away. And this season, and especially over the last couple of months, WNBA players have gotten exactly what they wanted. After 2 years of claiming that the WNBA is about more than one player, unknown dump divers were finally given the opportunity to prove it. As expected, the end result has been huge, embarrassing failure.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe because this saga only gets wilder. July 15th, 2025. Final minute against the Connecticut Sun. Clark makes a routine pass, then suddenly clutches her right groin. Cameras zoom in. Frustration written all over her face, head buried in her hands, towel over her shoulders, the weight of disappointment crushing her. That moment sealed her fate, not by her choice, not even by the doctors who cleared her for non-contact practice, but by the Fever's front office. And here's the kicker. The Fever had become must-see TV because of her. Take her very first matchup with Angel Reese, 2.7 million viewers on ESPN, the most watched game of the year. Clark dropped a triple-double and practically broke the internet, while Reese faded into the background with 12 points and a whole lot of side-eye. Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the story. She is the story. The show, the whole show, and nothing but the show.